Now the last setup for the wind tunnel that we have is the drag over different shapes. And that is like using these different shapes to find the drag based on the shape of it. Now to use this, we need to change the sting on the diameter to this. We need to use this bar. And we're going to do that. And then you need to use the calibration edge, and you're going to only calibrate for drag. Then you got to use the dynamometer, and you're only going to look at the drag information. And I'm going to show you how to first change out the rod so that you can use it with this system, because this one you just screw in the different shapes to get the drag on it. So you can look at the drag at different velocities. And we have a cup, we have a sphere, we have a rough sphere, and then we have a hemisphere. So we have 4 different shapes that you can look at for drag. And of course you need your bit of wire, and you're also going to need the Allen key. So the first thing we're going to do is we got to change out the shaft. So I'm going to show you how to do that really quick. So you're going to lay this on your on its side, and you notice 2 screws right here. So you're going to take your Allen keys out, find the one that fits it, and you're going to unscrew it. Now don't lose the screws. Once you unscrew it, you're going to go ahead and just pull it out the top. Now, the side that you want up is this side, and you notice it's threaded all the way through, so direction doesn't really matter. You're going to go ahead and slide it through the top and set it in there. Then you're going to go ahead and put the screws back in and tighten them down. Make sure it's lined up. Now it's a snug fit, so you kind of got to put a little bit of pressure to get it to go in to the channel. Then you're just going to tighten it hand tight there. Same thing with the second screw. Then once you do that, you need to calibrate for drag, and the way you do it is you take it off of here, you mount it onto the bracket for calibration, and you put the wire through the hole in the top and loop it through, and you're going to put different weights on it. So see the video about how to use the lift and drag airfoil with the system. Remember, do not apply more than 2 kilograms during calibration, since the maximum load of it is 2.2 kilograms. So calibrate using weights in between 0 and 2 kilograms. So now we're going to actually place it in the test section, and we're going to do it the exact same way we did it with the airfoil. You're going to take the bottom out, place it in there, line it up, reclamp it in, then you're going to open the blank side, and you're going to take your different shapes and you're just going to screw it into the unit until it stops, and then you can measure drag. Once you place it in, you put back in your cover, and then you start the wind tunnel. To switch it, you just open the side here, unscrew it from the sting, and then put your other one in. Once you're done, put back in the blank siding. Screw it down. Remove the dynamometer base. And then we're going to replace the old sting for the airfoil. So remember to put it back to the airfoil sting when you're done, and then put everything away. And I'll show you how to put the airfoil sting back on. Don't forget to connect the cable to the digital readout for this lab, and don't forget to calibrate before you use it. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Allen key and unscrew it again. So you're going to go ahead and remove the rod. Then you're going to take the airfoil rod, and you're going to make sure that the side with the nut is facing towards the top, and that it's facing right. When you use the airfoil, it's in the correct positioning. So you slide it in through the top, you slide it back into the unit, line up the holes, and then re-screw in the nuts. Now when you're done, don't forget to put everything back in the bin in the bottom drawer for all the tools, and put the bracket for calibration and the force balance itself in the top drawer. And the last thing to do for this is to make sure to reattach the old bottom that you took off to use the system, so that the next person that comes along has everything ready to go. And that's how you use the drag portion with the force balance for finding drag of different shapes.